Hey, when you hear the word shoplifting, what do you think about? You may think about a teen stealing candy from a convenience store or somebody that sees a toy or a video game and slides it into their pocket. Well, today we're going to talk about the real story. If this doesn't shock you, it should. Shoplifting cost retailers $45 billion with a B, $45 billion a year according to Capital One Shopping Research. That's staggering, and it should shock you because guess who's paying for that? You and me. We're paying for it because these retailers can't afford it, so they roll it into the price of the goods that we're buying. It's just figured into the cost. It's just in their overhead. Here are some recent headlines. $80,000 beauty heist. Video shows serial shoplifter in Mayfield Heights, Ohio. Paula Andrea Lopez Correa caught on camera. Police call her a serial shoplifter accused of stealing from Ulta beauty locations across multiple states. More than $81,000 in losses. Here's another headline. Speedy Gonzalez accused of $20,000 Walmart shoplifting spree across North Georgia. Cops say Gonzalez hid high-priced items in larger containers, paying only for the container and leaving with the concealed goods. Nationwide retail crime crackdown nets 500 arrests. This involved more than 100 law enforcement agencies across the country, and they arrested shoplifters at 60 stores, including Walgreens, Macy's, Target, and Home Depot. So let's add it all up. Again, $45 billion in retail theft in 2024. This is projected to reach $53 billion by 2027. The last numbers we have for 2023 show 1.15 million reported cases of shoplifting nationwide, the highest rate since 2019. Now, figure this one out. There's been a 93% increase in the average number of shoplifting incidences from 2019 to 2023. Why is that? That gets you scratching your head, doesn't it? How much are they stealing? Well, the average incident is about $500. Who does this? Well, a lot of different people, but about 20% of Americans have shoplifted. And juveniles, teenagers, are most likely to shoplift. 1 in 4. Stores catch shoplifters, get this, 2% of the time. 2% of the time. The average shoplifter is arrested once out of every 100 incidences. What do they steal? Well, they're stealing apparel, accessories, and footwear. That's about half of it. About 14% of it is food, drugs, health, and beauty. And let me give you a warning right here. This is something that you need to be concerned about. If you go on the internet and you're buying these health products on the internet, 50% off, you say, hey, I can go buy this at the store, or I see it here on the internet and it's 25 cents on the dollar or 50 cents on the dollar. It's probably stolen. And you think, well, hey, sorry, but it is 25 cents on the dollar and I'm having trouble getting by. Here's the problem with that. Do you ever read on some of these medicines, these salves that you take or things that you might ingest, it says keep between 50 degrees and 85 degrees Fahrenheit? The reason it says that is because if it gets too hot, it deactivates the ingredients in there that make it effective. Well, a lot of this stuff is stolen and then it's sold to an intermediary and it sits in a warehouse or it sits in a semi-trailer truck somewhere, and sometimes those trucks get up to 120 or 130 degrees and everything that's active in that medicine is deactivated. And we've heard terrible stories of people that are getting medications at bargain basement prices, treating serious diseases, even cancer. And they thought they were getting it at a bargain price, and they weren't getting anything at all because everything in it had been deactivated, and they used it for 4 months or 6 months and allowed their disease to progress to the point of no return. They thought they were saving money and in fact were killing themselves because the medicine had been deactivated. This gets really serious. And that's what happens with a lot of this organized retail crime. According to the National Retail Federation, organized retail crime groups operate in structured and orchestrated efforts, and they direct and influence others to commit the crime, and then they get the goods and store them in these warehouses and trucks that I'm talking about. And they may employ thieves, often known as boosters, and they use teenagers, they use homeless, they use addicts to commit the theft and then buy the stuff from them and they resell it. It's big business. I spoke with a professional shoplifter one time on one of my shows. He was a member of this organized retail crime ring. Listen to what he had to say. The merchandise is going out the door, whether it's the guy on the bike with a trash can bag full of stuff or you in a baggy suit. So how much money do you make a year?
Last year was $250,000.
An awful lot of people justify shoplifting as social justice. A YouGov poll said that 4% say it's always acceptable. Almost 20% say it can be acceptable under certain circumstances. And the most common reason for shoplifting, at least half of the people that do it say, listen, I couldn't afford it otherwise. And there was a headline, it's not just setting Teslas on fire, now irate Americans are shoplifting from Whole Foods. And a quote from a 30-year-old tech worker who steals from Whole Foods said, I never felt bad for the corporation as a whole because it was Amazon. And you know, it was Jeff Bezos. He just profits so much taking advantage of the little people. So if we as little people can bite back a little bit, that's a little bit of giving them the middle finger. Well, I guess you can justify anything if you work at it hard enough. There was an op-ed in Hofstra University Chronicle that said, not all shoplifting is created equal. You shouldn't be shoplifting from your local markets and small businesses. They're just trying to make a living. But the mega franchises and superstores are fair game. Really. They don't think about the fact that when they steal from those mega stores, all of us are paying for it because whatever is lost has a cost. And that cost is not going to be absorbed by that retailer. It's going to be passed on to you and I. We're going to pay for it. Retailers lose as much as 1.33% of their annual sales, and to recoup the losses, they just raise the prices. They're still profitable. We're just paying more. They have to cut jobs. Businesses close. Just recently, Ulta, that was one of our headlines, closed a couple of hundred stores. Retail, their layoffs are up 300% so far this year. Look, there's no free money, and there are no victimless crimes. If it's truly victimless, it's not a crime. So we're paying for this. Talk to your children about this. Talk to your teens about this. If you see it happening, say something. The see something, say something. And depending on where you live, they may not do a damn thing about it. They may just get out of the way and watch them walk out the door. But at least you're not turning a blind eye to it. And if you're hearing this and you're one of those people that says, hey, no big deal, I'll just slide something in my pocket, it is a big deal. The definition of integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching and nobody can see you. And that's the real story. Wherever you're getting the real story, make sure you subscribe and follow. I'll see you Monday. Hey, Dr. Phil here. My network, Merit TV, has it all.
Now, let me blow your mind.
Merit TV's got the news that matters.
The selection of a new pope.
Entertainment you crave.
Busted.
Everybody in a good mood today?
And live events
Surprise.
What am I, chopped liver?
with serious punch.
Big shots.
Go to merittv.com and download the Merit TV app today.
With so much going on in your life, it can be easy to neglect your diet. Balance of Nature fruits and veggies supplements have 31 ingredients made from fruits and vegetables. They're a fast and simple way to get a wide and colorful variety that fits right into your busy schedule. Just 3 fruits and 3 veggies supplements daily with some water. That's it. Whether you're off to spend time with your grandchildren or on your favorite hike, you can rely on these convenient supplements to be there every step of the way. Start your journey with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first preferred set as a new preferred customer with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code Dr. Phil. That's DRPHIL.